Hi everybody, my name is Karen and I am the counselor here at Plexus. Welcome to the workshop on what is a student aid report, also known as the SAR. Now you may have heard of this term before, but you're not very sure what it means. So I'm going to go ahead and guide you through what it means on this workshop. And with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's start off with a definition of the student aid report, of course also known as the SAR. The SAR is a paper or electronic document that gives you some basic information about your eligibility for federal student aid, as well as listing your answers to the FAFSA questions. Now, you may be familiar with the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid. It is the application you submit to colleges and universities so they can determine the financial aid you will receive. How and when will I get my SAR? If you provided an email address on the FAFSA, you will receive an email from the email no-reply@fafsa.gov with instructions on how to get an online copy. If you don't provide an email address, then you will receive your SAR report or your SAR acknowledgement form via mail. If you have an FSA ID, which is usually the login information you use to log into the FAFSA so you can make changes to the FAFSA and for you to submit the FAFSA, and once your FAFSA has been processed, you can log into the fafsa.gov website to view your student aid report. What information does an SAR contain? Your SAR contains the expected family contribution, also known as EFC. This is the amount of funding your family should contribute towards your higher education. The SAR also contains your answers to the FAFSA questions. As I mentioned in the slide about the definition of the SAR also contains your information that you put on your FAFSA. It will also contain your 4-digit data release number, also known as DRN. You will need your DRN in order to allow a college or university to make changes to certain information on your FAFSA. For example, maybe you put like the wrong date where you will be attending college, or maybe you misanswered a question, so the college or university can go into your FAFSA and make that change for you. It might also contain a note indicating that you have been selected for verification. Usually when you are selected for verification, it usually means that you need to upload extra documents such as proof of tax forms or things like that in order to verify that you put the correct information on your FAFSA. Now, what are you supposed to do with your student aid report? First, review it to make sure everything is correct and complete. As I mentioned throughout the workshop, the SAR does contain your answers to the FAFSA questions, so it is a good way for you to review it and to see if you need to make any changes to your FAFSA. Second, if you found a mistake, log into fafsa.gov with your FSA ID to correct or update your FAFSA form. Of course, it is completely fine for you to update or correct any information on the FAFSA form after the deadline. Third, schools you listed will use that information to determine your eligibility for financial aid. As I mentioned, the FAFSA is the application you have to submit to the universities, and they will determine the financial aid you will receive from that institution. And finally, fourth, keep it for your records. You may want to print it out. If not, you can store it someplace safe in your computer. Alright, we have reached the end of this workshop. Thank you everybody for sticking around. Before I leave, I would like to let you all know to please download our Plexus app on the App Store or Google Play. If you download our app, you'll be able to receive instant notifications. We will also very much appreciate it if you leave us a rating and a review on the App Store or Google Play as well. We very much appreciate all the feedback you all can give us. Next, chat with my counselor if you have any questions regarding this video, or if you would like to reach out about your journey to higher education. We're always happy to help in answering all of those questions as well. And finally, check out our Plexus YouTube page for more college readiness workshops. Our Plexus YouTube page is called Plexus Social Media. Thank you everybody again, and I will see you all in the next workshop. Bye!